Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about another music video, another K-pop music video, but this one is going to be on District 9 by Stray Kids. Now I recently got into Stray Kids and I absolutely love their music and I love all of them, and I watched the survival show and it was all really great. I'm going to be doing this video a little bit differently to the other one I did, and I'm going to be talking about this one in the order of the music video and also throwing in a few bits from the dance practice. Just something I want to quickly throw in here is that I know that the lighting is not great, but that's because it gets dark in England at about 2 o'clock in the morning. No, not in the morning, 2 o'clock in the evening now. Not 2, actually about 3:30, 4. But still, it gets dark super early and I'm working throughout the day, so I have no time to do this. So the light I've got is like right above me and it's going to drag me down, man. So I'm really sorry about that, but hopefully it's not too disturbing. So the story of this music video is that Stray Kids are trapped inside this pattern, they're trapped inside a system, and then suddenly they realise, oh, we're not meant to be here, this isn't quite right. So it's all about them escaping and them trying to find this new way of life. Now if you listen to the rest of the album, it all kind of links into this story, which is why it's the I Am Not series, the I Am Who, the I Am You. But the first song on the I Am Not album, not exclamation point, the lyrics at the beginning in English link really well to the whole storyline of District 9.
They say people are born different.
Why does it feel like we're the same?
Us, brainwashed into the same system. They expect perfection.
So how can we be different?
It wasn't until I saw my reflection that's when I woke up and realized that the truth had been hidden away from us. A sign, an omen, a glitch.
Now I'm quickly going to jump over to the dance practice before they start singing, because this part of the dance shows that they really are in a pattern and they really have to follow a set system. It's like they all are doing exactly the same thing and they've got their own place to do it. It shows that they have no freedom and they can't stray from the system they've put into, which is why I think they make it so clear later on in the music video that they're stray kids and they held up the flag and they graffiti it on the floor. They really want to show that they have strayed from the system because they're proud of who they really are. But then going back to the main music video, when Hyunjin and Mino start singing to the camera, it's really blue and it's really shaky, it's like a bit distorted. This shows the distress going on in their mind, and this is put through the sadness in the blue, but then also the uneasiness of the camera is showing the uneasiness going on in their minds. This is shown in the dance as well, because during Hyunjin's rap, when he says "answer me," he like shakes his head in confusion, which clearly just ties into this. When the story progresses, it's when Chan sees the flower and he sees the light coming down onto this flower. Now he looks up towards the light and he sees all these drones flying about, and he's probably thinking, this doesn't quite seem right, maybe I'll go check it out, see what's actually going on over here. And I think the light on this flower represents the start of their new life, and that if he follows it, he'll be led somewhere good. And taking this to a religious point of view, or the Christian point of view, it was said that when God was starting life, he said, and then there was light. And that was part of his process to starting this new life on earth. So I think Chan following the light is him starting his new life. And by this light being shown onto a red flower, it shows that it's a bit of a warning and it's going to be really dangerous when they follow this path. Now what JYP has done, or the director of the music video has done, has made it really clear that they're in a system that cannot be broken. We can see this because when Chan is running away because he's now found this light, nobody turns around, nobody sees him running away. They're so stuck in this pattern that they have to follow every day that they don't even see one of their friends running off into the distance. Like, where is he going? When Chan later discovers on that they are actually trapped in this little system, the lyrics are, "You don't belong here." And it fits perfectly in time with the music video, because the second he touches his hand, it's when they say they don't belong here.
Get out of here!
That's when he knows that they need to do something about this and they need to escape. And as the red on the flower suggested, when Chan's out this paper to tell everybody that they're going to escape, this is also on red, which is another warning sign. Chan also says it's dangerous, which again links into the red. Everybody knows that red is associated with pain and danger, and it's this whole big warning that they're trying to put together that it's going to be really tough, but they need to push through it to get where they want to be. Now I mentioned earlier that there was a blue tint in the video to show their distress, but later on when they reach the bus, it slowly fades away. The blue isn't completely gone, but shows that they're still struggling a little bit. But the fact that it has faded a bit shows that they are on their way to happiness. They're getting there slowly and the struggle is worth it so far. I can't believe that it is Jonghyun that sings "Better Watch Out." It just doesn't sound like him at all. Don't understand what they're doing here. Now I really like Jisung and Changbin's rap during this song. Also, Changbin is my bias, so, you know, obviously enjoy this part. But Jisung and Changbin are talking about how they don't want to fit into the norm and they don't want to follow society, and they think that you can stand out, and even if people say you're different, it's not a bad thing at all. It's good that you're being true to yourself. And they tie this into the music video because when they enter the bus, they start changing into their own clothes. They start being themselves again. And although it may seem like they're just changing clothes because they don't want to all look the same and they don't want to be dressed to remind them of their hideous past in this system, it actually could symbolize, you know what? We're going to dress how we want because we're going to do what we want. You can't tell us what to do. We're going to be ourselves. But when they come off the bus and we see their clothes in full, we can see that they're distressed and they've got patchwork clothing and their hair's a little bit messier. This all shows that they've gone through a lot to get here and they've really struggled. They've pulled together all they can, all the scraps to get where they are now, and they're still going to keep pushing. I also want to pop in and say, why is Woojin's hair suddenly grey when he gets out the bus? I don't understand. Like, were they travelling for 500 years? And well, maybe not 500 because then he probably wouldn't be alive, but maybe 50 years. They couldn't have been driving for that long. Nobody else's hair colour has changed. I want to know what they were doing because clearly there's a continuity error there. But no hate, because he looks great in the grey hair. But during Jisung's rap, you can see in the dance that the other members form a path for him, but he doesn't walk down it because he doesn't want to follow the norm and he doesn't want to go back into this system where everybody is the same. He wants to stand out. So we're at that part in the music video where they've got off the bus, they're kind of looking around like, I wonder where we are, why is it so bright here? And that's because when they keep walking into these places with new light, it links back to the beginning when Chan sees this light onto the flower. It's showing that they've made the right decision by following this light at the beginning. It's led them to an even brighter place, an even happier place, where now they can relax, they feel safe, they can celebrate a little bit. Cut and then come back. Yeah, it does work, okay. So if we look at the dance practice, at 2:28 is when Jisung does his next little rap bit, and his lyrics say, we're just clowns in front of frowning faces. This is really significant because at first I was a bit confused. I was like, what? Excuse me, what? And I think this line is actually really effective because they're saying, we're trying to make people happy by following the norm, by following society, but in doing so we're not actually being ourselves. He's saying that you don't always have to try and make people happy. If you're doing something that's true to you, then that's probably the best reason to do it. Now back on the main MV again, people say that there's freedom in dance, and I think this is really put into context at the very end of the main music video, because when they're dancing in front of the fire and they're in this big open warehouse thing, I think it is, they've only started dancing when they know they've gained this freedom, when they know they're a bit safer and a bit happier to start new. Also, by them being shown in front of fires shows that they've been through a lot of danger and a lot of hardships to get to where they are now, and now they're not even scared of it anymore. The fire's in the back, they don't bother us, you know, I'll just get set alight, but I'll keep dancing, it's fine, there's a bit of water here, that'll cool me off, it's okay. Although they've had to stray from literally everything they've gone through in their lives so far, they're being really strong. And at the end, when Felix shuts the gate really violently on us, it's like, no, we don't want to look back, we don't want to go back to the past, we are starting fresh now, we've got a new life ahead of us. So I hope that made sense, and I actually think it might be easier to follow the story of the MV rather than just going off the different points, but you can let me know what you think about that. I think you should definitely all go and stand Stray Kids because they've been doing so well recently. They've just won a big award, their performances are great, they're really, really great people, so please go and support them. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Might see you soon. Bye.